what is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation, the fear of losing those you love. The fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpass. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep going...
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to hear the cracking. After all, bones can always be reset. Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Cold and pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh, and mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, wanna head over now? Or...
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your brother. That reminds me. You still don't know what happened to him, do you?
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is... How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me. But you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not the same. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational and advantageous decision in any given moment. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes...
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak, and become master of...
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm and focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice, it's more demanding than sword work or elemental abilities. Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, the only goal of this training is for you to reach a point that you're satisfied with. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that and sleep well knowing that you've earned it. Warriors will train day and night to perfect their skills. But when the battle comes, their fate may be decided in a matter of one mistake, one moment of hesitation. And just like that, all their blood, sweat, and tears were for nothing. You need to push yourself to
Skirk is amazing! She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off!
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword work. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever. Skirk's becoming more like him by the day.
Incredible! I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute, so unshakable.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone stronger.
Run! Skirk! Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
Be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you. Of course you are. That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forgive the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
So full. Okay, it's Paimon's turn to sleep now. Wake her up when it's time to go.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like Ajax, I'll answer 3 of your questions. Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that? I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, my self-control has been Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question. To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose. Okay.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Matt, but it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, your last... Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it a secret from her as well.
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed? Wait, this is near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory. Best to proceed with caution.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh, but, that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use.
Just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Bombs away! Water jet! Surge!
Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh! This fog is making it impossible to see anything!
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where it is? Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case. Otherwise, you should have sensed it much more strongly.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. If you're too reckless, you might be playing right into his hand. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. If we're smart about this, we can track it down. Merciless. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify abyssal power. Whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in handy so soon. Call it fate if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to... I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar. It looks just like that narwhal's horn!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul? Who dares call him Foul? Sertologi.
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm still...
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. It won't be for long. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place.
Phew. Oh, we should be safe here, right?
I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyssal domain. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Neverlet mentioned that it has an instinct to devour.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true, voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Meaning, he must have known exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us! We have to help you get it back!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where?
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time, I need to be ready. Oh, this. It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce in Tevat. It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out, fine. It'll take time to recover my strength, of course. But adapting to... found somewhere to rest.
Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baiju said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there! This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like... I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
Ah! You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so what do you say? Friends?
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some rest.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave! Ah, whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That comfy bed is calling, Paimon.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run, Skirk. Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night? The bed's all yours if you want it.
About 60%, maybe 70.
Whew! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was fast.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short. No, I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime, then.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now? Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh, wait! Breakfast! Beth, be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as... This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then. Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again, too. Call it fate, if you want. I think that's the word they use in this world for lucky coincidences like this, right? Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here, so what's your impression of this place? Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions, flowing forward as one. But as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past. And all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. She cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up.
The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs, among the memories etched into her heart. I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds like meteors. You both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, all seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid alter. Let's keep going.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. And piece together a new future from the shattered remnants of your past. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Why would you do that?
I have told you before, fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus, pain dampens over time, and the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way,
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Surology is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute, the power to crush all things. Shall we keep...